So let's just say this day went so fast that it doesn't even feel like 2 o'clock right now in the afternoon. It really does not feel like 2 o'clock. So we were pretty much shut down. There was like one moment in the morning where we had a few little orders, but pretty much most of the day was spent up front helping in bakery, meat and produce. It was weird because I came in, only one other teammate was there, and we both learned how to do bakery CVP. So like if it was dated today's date, then we have to mark it down. And pretty much zone the stuff up, as we go. Anything that's an older date, depending on how it looks, gets donated. Like if there's mold on it, obviously we claims it out, but so we're finishing that up. The meat and produce truck finally shows up, and then more of our team comes in a little bit later. So we knock out produce, and then they send, as we're finishing produce, they send some of the guys over to do meat, and by that time I went to lunch. And then I come back from lunch, and we started doing the bakery stuff, frozen bakery stuff, because Frozen and Dairy showed up, and there was already like pallets up in the bakery freezer of stuff that just needed use by dates and put out. So we pretty much did that most of the rest of the time, and then the last half hour we had a few more picks in. So the two of us that were there till 2 stopped, did like a little walk, and then by the time we were done doing that and turning it all in, it was time to go. So it was like, yeah, it went really fast. But it was a nice change to work free. And to help, the team lead, because she's one of my favorites there. She's the Halloween nut. So anything horror. So yeah, that's why I like her a lot. Also, she's got a cold, so didn't help at all that she's by herself. Only one of her associates came in. And I know she's supposed to have quite a few. Pretty much, like, literally nobody showed up from bakery. Nobody showed up for deli. So they couldn't even open the deli. It was crazy. Couldn't do anything in bakery, couldn't bake anything. Just because of how many people called out. And then I found out something interesting that I didn't know. So if you call out on a day where there's a snowstorm and you put in, natural disaster or whatever the thing has you do, you don't get a point for it, and you actually get paid for it, because it is, a natural, disaster, in a sense. Roads are actually dry right now. The main roads. The parking lot's wet, but I just realized the main road's completely dry, as opposed to what it was this morning. So you don't get a point, and you get paid for it if you call out. And obviously a lot of people did call out. Like 20 people on night shift altogether. And then for day shift, I'm not sure, but they kind of just scattered our people that did show up around to help work freight in other areas too. But most of us were on the fresh side. But if you do work and it's a snow day, you get paid extra. So I'm like, well, good thing I did come in. That's gonna be extra on that paycheck. I ain't complaining. And I got to do something completely different for most of the day. Like, yeah, a couple picks and a couple exceptions here and there, but yeah. For the most part, working free. Don't mind it, except that my hands are a little bit drier than usual. So it's just like a lather on the O'Keeffe's working hands cream when I get home. Actually, I brought the one partial tub in my purse. And I was gonna put it in my vest pocket and then forgot, but so yeah, like, not a bad day at all. Very different, and I'm fine with different every once in a while. And since our coach was there, he fixed some of our pick paths because some of them are really, like, stupid. So hopefully it'll be easier when we have normal orders. Like tomorrow, if these roads are just gonna stay dry, like the only roads that may be icy in the morning are the back roads. And I have yet to see what those even look like when I get closer to home. Because if y'all remember in the previous video, they were still pretty snow covered. In fact, they were worse than our freaking development road. I don't know how, but yeah, it's kind of weird. This shit's completely dry now. So it's like, with the warmer temperatures, and it literally just had 40 degrees. Well, it's showing 40 degrees Fahrenheit on the car. I don't know if it necessarily is accurate, but there's also a wind chill, so it is windy. So it's like, with it being warmer, even with the wind chill, like, at least it's melted it and dried it in one shot. Literally just warm enough to melt it and windy enough to dry it off. So it's not bad. Just like I said, the back the back roads are going to be the iffy part, but at least I don't have to drive on as many of those. So taking it slow for a little bit of the time is not going to hurt the time frame of the trip. And it's not like it's going to get cold enough to where salt doesn't melt the ice that is there. Because when it starts getting down in the teens is when it starts getting harder for it to actually melt ice. But I mean, I would have been. It's funny because even though I'd have rather stayed home, I really don't have PPTO to cover it. And I would have felt guilty because now that I know how the roads were. Now, if it was ice, I would have, because like I just ain't dealing with that shit. Ice, I don't play with fucking ice. Cause nope. But snow, like, yeah, you're not. Snow's not that bad to drive in. How heavy some of the produce can be too, like lifting some of that. It's like, I was like, damn, I wish I'd put a t-shirt on under my sweat. I wish I wouldn't have put such a heavy sweatshirt on. Like, cause you start lifting those produce things, and it's just like, damn, get a freaking workout out of that shit. right now. Kinda. He's trying to plow like a little bit along the shoulder and then spraying salt in the process. He didn't really even need to because it's dry. He's dry. So yeah, we didn't get much. 3 to 5. And then I know further up north got snowed in again. They can't go anywhere. I don't know exactly how much my parents got in comparison to us, because they're a little bit further north, not by much, but sometimes even not by much makes a difference. Like I said, a good bit of it is melted now, even probably on the grass. Now I could make a snowman in it, but I don't even think it's really enough to in the yard. And with it being windy, it's not gonna be fun. The cold's just gonna go right through me. I'm not gonna bother making a snowman this year. We'll just let this shit melt, because honestly, I am done with it, and I know everybody else is done with it too. I guess Punxsutawney Phil is making one last ditch effort to prove himself, even though we all hate him for it. It's like, well, at least there wasn't ice with it, so I'm not complaining. And it wasn't enough to where I had to freaking shovel the fucking driveway. It was just clear off the car and go. Which I'm fine with that. It's not too bad. And they even did our parking lot apparently a lot better, because from what I heard from the last one, because I was on vacation that week when that one happened, they didn't do shit in our parking lot, and the driver of the meat and produce truck had said that the store that they were at before ours did not get plowed, their parking lot, and she got stuck. And she's like, yeah, I wasn't even gonna bother if this one wasn't plowed, but she's like, I'm glad you guys were. It's like, yeah, they came in and cleared it pretty good. I mean, it was clear enough. And then I was telling that team lead that this other store had rented a little machine that plows and spreads salt around it. I don't know where they rented it from. She's like, man, we need one of those. And then my work wife's like, yeah, but this store's too cheap to do that. I'm like, yeah, true. Like, it would definitely come in handy. I was gonna say, what the heck now? Starting to click. Alright. Soon, moment of truth. What does this back road look like? Once we get past this light. It is weird too, because our store's so much bigger. We have so many different things in our freaking bakery area that I didn't even know about. And if you ever wonder, most of it does come in frozen. The only things that ever... Well, pretty much everything does come in frozen, but like... obviously the dough for the loaves of bread get baked into the loaves of bread. I got a Domino's driver behind me. Oh yeah, you can actually see it in the rear view, kind of the blue thingy sticking up the back of their car, or their SUV. Yeah, I wonder who ordered Domino's. Watch them come down this road. Yep. But which development are they gonna go in is the question. That'd be funny if the police station ordered it. Because it's literally right here. It's a little wet. It's starting to dry, so I feel like by tonight it'll be dry. Like, it's... I should say damp. So it's not like wet, but it's damp. And there is salt on it, so it's... Okay, and there's a couple spots where it's like starting to dry, so it's... There may be some spots that get icy, but it's not too bad. If anything, tomorrow morning the kids may have a 2-hour delay. But that's just this road, so like obviously I don't know how the other road. I'm sure the other roads are probably gonna be about the same. But so it's not that bad. Oh, I guess they already turned. Okay, so it was one of the other developments. Hopefully it wasn't Lakeside. Heard some scary things about that. Like, don't ever go down that development. Yeah, some of these, there are some spots in here that could get icy, but I mean, if they keep it salted during the night, then it shouldn't be too bad. And if they came through at 1:30 this morning salting shit, then pretty sure there's not gonna be a problem. It's probably just gonna be wet in the morning because it's not gonna get as cold, obviously. Kid out playing in shorts and it's 40 degrees with a wind chill. Love it. I mean, even as a kid, I didn't care. No, I didn't go that far, but like, I guess it's just a boy thing. I don't know. Yeah, like actually our development drive is mostly dry, so yeah. Not as bad as some places got it. But I will see you all tomorrow. Because I don't think anything else exciting is going to happen between now and bedtime. So, see you all then. Have a good rest of your Monday and stay safe.